She thought she was just buying a weak, unwanted dog for $5, but within days, that same German Shepherd saved her life in a way no one could ever imagine. This is not just a story about a pet, it's about destiny, courage, and an unbreakable bond between a little girl and her hero. If you love emotional, heart-touching stories like this, make sure to subscribe and join our family, because you won't want to miss what happens next. "Who's that?" Lily asked, pointing to the weak, chained German Shepherd lying in the dirt. "Mr. Crow," the grumpy old farmer chewing tobacco, shrugged. "Useless mutt, hurt his leg, no good for anything. You can take him for $5 before I put a bullet in him." Lily's heart twisted. She looked at her grandfather, her eyes pleading. Then, without saying a word, she dug into the pocket of her old jacket and pulled out 5 crumpled dollar bills, her entire savings from months of collecting eggs, sweeping porches, and pulling weeds for her grandmother. Her hand shook as she held the money out. Mr. Crow snatched it, grunted, and muttered, "He's your problem now." But to Lily, that dog wasn't a burden, he was hope. Grandpa sighed, worried. "Sweetheart, are you sure? He looks sick, he may not survive." Lily's chin trembled, but her voice was steady. "He needs someone, Grandpa, and I think he chose me." They carefully untied the dog. He didn't resist. Weak and limping, he staggered to his feet and followed Lily, as if he knew she was his chance at life. In that moment, an invisible bond was formed, something deeper than words. Back at the farm, Lily fixed him a soft bed in the barn with old blankets and a pillow she had sewn in class. She placed a bowl of water beside him and even shared her sandwich. Stroking his matted fur, she whispered, "You're home now, Bruno." The name seemed to awaken him. He lifted his head slightly, sighed, and for the first time, looked as if a heavy burden had been lifted. The days were hard. Bruno barely ate. He trembled at noises, never barked, never growled, only watched the world with eyes full of pain. But Lily never gave up. She sat by his side, read adventure stories aloud, sang lullabies, and even gave him her favorite toy rabbit, Mr. Ears, so he wouldn't feel alone at night. Her grandparents worried the dog wouldn't survive, but Lily refused to let go. Every morning she greeted him with, "Good morning, friend." Every night she tucked him in like a little brother. Slowly, something began to change. One evening, as she hummed a tune, Bruno wagged his tail for the very first time. Lily's heart leapt. He was learning to trust again. Weeks passed. Bruno ate more, his coat began to shine, and though he still limped, he followed Lily everywhere. But one evening, something strange happened. On TV, a military documentary played. At the sound of marching boots and commands, Bruno snapped to attention, ears alert, body tense, eyes sharp like a trained soldier. The next day, when Lily accidentally dropped a metal bucket, Bruno leapt in front of her, standing guard. And when she playfully pointed her finger like a toy gun and yelled, "Bang!" Bruno instantly dropped flat, playing dead. Grandpa, watching from the porch, frowned. "This dog isn't ordinary, Lily. He's been trained for serious work." But Lily just smiled, stroking him. "Maybe he forgot who he was, until he found me." Then came the day that changed everything. Lily was chasing butterflies in the tall grass when a wild boar suddenly crashed out of the bushes, charging straight at her. She froze, terrified, but Bruno didn't. Despite his limp, he launched himself between Lily and the beast, barking ferociously. With incredible precision, he dodged the boar's attacks, circling and growling until the creature finally gave up and vanished into the forest. Panting, Bruno returned to Lily and licked her trembling hand, as if saying, "You're safe." She dropped to her knees, hugging him through her tears. "You saved me, Bruno." The next morning, Grandpa insisted they take him to the vet. Dr. Simons examined Bruno and suddenly frowned. Feeling under the fur at his neck, he pulled out a damaged but intact microchip. He scanned it, his eyes widened. "Oh my God, this dog isn't a stray. His real name is Bravo D. He was a military K9, declared dead 2 years ago in an explosion." Lily gasped. Tears welled in her eyes as she hugged Bruno tightly. "You were a hero, and now you're my hero." Word spread quickly. The local newspaper ran the headline, "Forgotten K9 Hero Found by 10-year-old Girl." Soon neighbors and strangers came by, bringing toys, treats, and blankets for Bruno. Soldiers visited to salute him, and one veteran handed Lily a small badge shaped like a paw, calling her, the keeper of heroes. Bruno's story inspired the whole town. People started helping animals, volunteering at shelters, and showing kindness in ways they hadn't before. Lily, inspired by Bruno, began writing about friendship and courage, even speaking to her town about what he had taught her. They say I saved him with $5. But really, he saved me. He showed me that even when you're broken, you can still be strong. Bruno wagged his tail at her words, as if agreeing. He wasn't just her dog, he was her best friend, her guardian, her miracle. So remember this, sometimes, miracles don't come wrapped in gold, they come on 4 legs, scarred and weary, waiting for someone to believe in them. Lily bought a broken dog for just $5, but what she really bought was a hero, a protector, and a lifelong friend. And if Bruno could rise again, maybe the heroes we need are closer than we think.